Live with Kelly and Mark host. Kelly Ripa recently talked about her struggles that many people don't see. Admittedly, she faces imposter syndrome and the feelings of not belonging. Kelly Ripa works hard for her image. Without a doubt, Live with Kelly and Mark host. Kelly Ripa seems to flow through her days unscathed by the challenges that fall before her. However, she pulls back the curtain a bit to share with fans some of her personal doubts. Although she was recently named a Disney legend and is married to a partner with the McDreamy Dream Team, she still shares how her success doesn't come effortlessly. Undoubtedly, she has worked diligently to be the woman she is today. Ascension of a legend. Recently, Live with Kelly and Mark host, Kelly Ripa brought her boss, Bob Iger, on her podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera. Bob is the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, of the Walt Disney Company. During Kelly's interview with Bob, her Outstanding Accomplishment Award of becoming a Disney legend was part of the conversation. Notably, Kelly has worked with ABC her entire career and even met her husband, Mark Consuelos, through the company. Disney acquired ABC in February 1996. On August 11, Kelly ascended to the highest honor in the company by receiving the Disney Legend Award. Although she has earned many awards throughout her career, such as Daytime Emmys and Soap Opera Digest Awards, she still feels inadequate when being selected. When the topic of the Disney Legend Award came up, Kelly Ripa explained that she struggles to feel deserving enough of such a grand gesture. However, reassuringly, Bob Iger says it was long overdue. I approve the list. You've been worthy for a while. Undeniably, Kelly was genuine and funny during her acceptance speech. She said, I know what you are all thinking. Why her? What has she ever done? While it was in jest, there was some truth behind the notion. Talking with Bob, Kelly Ripa admits, I had never thought I had imposter syndrome until I saw my name. Oxford Languages defines imposter syndrome as the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. Certainly, standing among other giants of the industry, like Harrison Ford, Frank Oz, and John Williams, she felt a bit shaky. She says she just thought, I don't belong here. Unmistakably, it was very humbling for her to be among those legends picked. Kelly Ripa is well deserving. Like many people who show up day in and day out to their jobs, Kelly Ripa just feels like she is working hard to be her best on live, but often discounts her efforts as just being part of the job. However, she shows up and brings daily entertainment to America in a very relatable manner. Furthermore, her fans know she deserves recognition for always making a great show. Even with her doubts about being deserving and also facing the challenge of a major malfunction during the acceptance, she carried on and accepted the new legend status. What do you think about Kelly Ripa sharing her moments of feeling doubt? Do you relate with the live? There is a strange tension when someone who seems to have it all, career success, wide visibility, affection from fans, confesses that they don't always feel like they belong. Kelly Ripa, veteran television host, actress, and public figure, has done exactly that, opening up about imposter syndrome, moments of self-doubt, and a kind of belonging she is still learning to accept. The glitter and the cracks. On paper, Kelly Ripa's career is a blueprint for celebrity success. Soap operas, sitcoms, long-running talk shows, awards, and recognition, including being named a Disney legend, one of the most prestigious honors in her industry. Yet when that award was announced, something unexpected happened inside her. I had never thought I had imposter syndrome until I saw my name. Suddenly, seeing herself among names like Harrison Ford or John Williams, she questioned, why her? What has she ever done that deserves this? That whisper in her mind, that sense of not belonging, couldn't be silenced by acclaim or history. The trophy had weight, but so did her uncertainty. I don't belong here. Belonging is complicated. It isn't purely about talent or achievement, but about internal permission, the ability to enter a space, actual or metaphorical, and believe you deserve to be there. Ripa shared that during the Disney Legends Awards, at the moment she was being honored, she still felt she didn't belong. Despite decades in front of the camera, despite hosting, producing, acting, despite fans, colleagues, critics, the internal narrative persisted. These moments are not unique to her, though. Many people who achieve great things carry an ongoing undercurrent of doubt. What if people figure out I'm not enough? What if my success is more luck than skill? Imposter syndrome lives in that space between external acclaim and internal self-belief. Even people like Ripa, with her resume and public visibility, sometimes find themselves in that gap. Her twist, a whole syndrome ***. In an unexpected turn, Ripa said she doesn't really suffer from imposter syndrome. Instead, she experiences what her husband, Mark Consuelos, cheekily labels a **** syndrome. What does that mean? It means she feels she can do everything. Watching the Winter Olympics, she moves the furniture and imagines herself figure skating. She sees a challenge and assumes she has the capacity to meet it, even if she doesn't have training or even experience. It's not a humble or cautious posture. It's audacious. It's wild confidence. And yet, perhaps, the confidence itself is both a shield against the feeling of not belonging and a reflection of it. Sometimes what looks like bravado or fearlessness is a coping mechanism, a way to sidestep the self-doubt that creeps in when the lights are on. Ripa jokes about it, embraces it, even laughs at it. But the tension remains between believing in your capacity and fearing you're fooling yourself. Between owning your place in a room and fearing it might be taken away. A middle path with Elizabeth Moss. In a conversation on her podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera, Ripa spoke with Elizabeth Moss about these very things. Moss offered something more tempered. She said she lands somewhere in the middle. She believes she can do things she knows how to do, and is honest about things she doesn't. When faced with new challenges, say, stunts in the veil, accents, physical demands, she feels hesitation and pushes herself to practice, to train, to prepare. That hesitation, Moss suggests, is not shameful or weak. It's just part of being human and growing. Ripa responded appreciatively, calling that middle place healthy and normal. It's not about being wildly self-assured all the time, but about recognizing where confidence serves you and where humility or caution are appropriate. Belonging as both destination and journey. Belonging is rarely a final milestone. For many people, it's a process, proving to the world, but also to oneself, that one has every right to be present, to be heard, to be honored. For someone like Ripa, who has been in the public eye for decades, the external markers of recognition are many, yet even they don't always align with internal conviction. The story of her reaction to the Disney Legends Award is instructive. She didn't just receive the award. She grappled with it. She saw her name. She recognized its gravity. And she still asked, why me? That fissure between external validation and internal belonging can be painful. But it can also be fertile ground. It forces reflection, growth, humility. It challenges complacency. Why this matters? When someone like Kelly Ripa, someone who seems supremely confident, speaks openly about these insecurities, something important happens. It normalizes the internal struggle. It reminds the audience that fame or success do not immunize one from self-doubt. It reminds us that belonging is not a constant, but a fluctuating state. One day you feel you deserve your role. Another day you wonder how many people know you're just guessing. By naming her own experience, I don't belong here, and maybe I'm not enough, Ripa builds a bridge to the rest of us. To the people who sit in classrooms, offices, stages, homes, or anywhere, asking the same questions, and by also naming her overconfidence, her **** syndrome, she shows the double-edged nature of self-perception, that sometimes self-doubt is balanced by bravado, that the two may feed into each other, toward integrating self-belief and belonging. What might help? whether you're Kelly Ripa or someone far from any red carpet, in reconciling those feelings of belonging and imposter syndrome. Acknowledgement. Recognize that self-doubt is normal, even when success is obvious. Perspective. Remember that external achievements don't always translate into internal certainty, but they are real and they matter. Practice humility and confidence together. It's possible to be brave, ambitious, and confident while also being aware of limits, mistakes, and moments of uncertainty. Community. Hearing others share their imposter moments helps. It offers mirrors. When Kelly and Elizabeth Moss speak honestly, listeners often feel less alone. Self-kindness. Learning to say, I belong here, even when part of you resists. To accept praise. To believe that being chosen, being honored, being visible, these things are valid. Conclusion. Kelly Ripa's story reminds us that belonging isn't bestowed. It's lived, moment by moment. And sometimes, what looks like confidence or swagger is simply courage in action. The courage to walk into a room, award in hand, and still feel unsure. But also the courage to stay, to accept, to say, yes, I'm here, and to let that settle in bit by bit. Whether she's watching the Olympics, moving furniture, contemplating figure skating in the living room, or receiving a lifetime achievement, Kelly Ripa's narrative shows that belonging is a journey with detours through doubt, overconfidence, gratitude, and self-questioning. Most of us are on that road too, and hearing someone of her stature speak so plainly lights a way.